Hello and welcome to what is the final episode in Series 1, episode number 11 of the Relaxing Piano Playlist with your host James Quinn here at the piano. Thank you very much for joining me. In this episode, you're going to hear 6 pieces covering a wide range of composers and styles. In this episode, you're going to hear music covering the Baroque, the Romantic, and the 20th century period. For the first piece that you're going to hear, we're going to return to the Baroque composer Johann Sebastian Bach. And the piece that you're going to hear comes from his collection of preludes and fugues. In particular, you're going to hear his fugue number 9 in E major, which comes from the second book of the World Tempo Clavier. And I hope you'll enjoy hearing this piece for the first time. We then go to the Romantic period for our next set of pieces. The first of these is in the instalment of the composer Frédéric Chopin. In particular, you're going to hear one of his preludes, and in this instance you'll hear his prelude in C sharp minor. However, there's one major difference. With this particular prelude, this was in fact composed separately from his 24 preludes. This is why this one was published as Opus number 45 as a single work. The next piece you're going to hear comes to the return of the composer Felix Mendelssohn, and you're going to hear one of his songs without words. In particular, you're going to hear number 1 set in the key of G major, which comes from his 5th volume, which he published as Opus number 62. We then come to a new composer added to the series, in the form of the composer Alexander Ilyinsky. To give you an idea of his compositional style, I'm going to play for you a short but beautiful standalone piece. This is simply known as the Berceuse, which normally translates as cradle song. And he published this as Opus number 38, and I will be playing this from memory. We then come to the return of the Russian composer Sergei Rachmaninoff for our penultimate piece. And there's an interesting story about this piece. Although he didn't write his own songs as a solo piano arrangement, many composers, both past and present, continue to do so. Probably one of the most notable pianists includes the likes of Earl Wild, the American concert pianist, who made plenty of Rachmaninoff's songs into a piano arrangement as well. This was done very somewhat recently. Unfortunately, the name is not quite known to us, but we thank them very much for doing this. This is a beautiful song. It's quite short, and I hope you'll enjoy hearing this wonderful arrangement. This is simply known as How Fair Is This Place. We then come to the 20th century period for our last piece in this last episode of Series 1. We're going to finish with a work by the French composer Claude Debussy. And in this case, you're going to hear another one of his standalone pieces. In this case, you're going to hear a work simply known as the Ballade. And I hope you'll enjoy hearing this piece for the very first time. So to recap, here is it ordered just once more. Fugue number 9 from the second book of the World Tempo Clavier by J.S. Bach. The Prelude in C sharp minor, Opus number 45 by Chopin. Songs Without Words number 1 in G major from Opus 62 by Mendelssohn. The Berceuse from Opus 38 by Ilyinsky. How Fair Is This Place by Rachmaninoff. And finally, the Ballade by Claude Debussy. To make sure you haven't missed any of the previous episodes in this very first series, make sure you click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to make sure you don't miss any episodes that you may have missed from Series 1 so far. And you can also see other content that I post from all previous videos I've done throughout the last few years. This includes a whole variety of composers covering Haydn, Bach, Rachmaninoff, Gershwin, and many more yet to come. This may be the end of the first series, but I'm happy to say there will be a second series based on the same name of my audio podcast, Relaxing Piano Playlist. The date for this will be announced soon. So I hope you enjoy listening to all of Series 1 and all of my other content here on my YouTube channel. And I look forward to seeing you soon in Series 2, with a date to be announced both as a YouTube short video as well as a long form video. So until then, thank you very much for watching and supporting the video series of the Relaxing Piano Playlist, and I look forward to welcoming you to Series 2 very soon. So until then, take very good care of yourselves and each other. This has been the Relaxing Piano Playlist with James Quinn. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy all the music in this episode and throughout the first series. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy all the music in this episode. Goodbye for now.